बड़ा ही खूबसूरत सा लफ्ज़ है नवाजिश.
If you can see the literal meaning, it's a kindness and courtesy.
Food is a very important thing in my life. We are cooking in that matka. It is bringing the same taste as in Pakistan.
People are loving it.
How is it? Oh, mashallah.
They have one of the best Chinioti style mutton kunnas in the GTA. This one is a G triple OD dish of the day. Assalamualaikum, namaste, sat sri akal, and ahlan wa sahlan to all our friends and viewers around the world. Welcome to your favorite YouTube channel, Into Spices. मैं हूँ अरफान, आपका मेज़बान. उम्मीद आप लोग खैरियत से होंगे. Today we have been invited to a restaurant started by two brothers from Pakistan. और उनकी नवाजिश है that they are bringing authentic flavors of Pakistan for us बैरून मुल्क मुकीम पाकिस्तानियों के लिए. चलते हैं, explore करते हैं the taste, जायका and ज़ौक़ of authentic Pakistani food at Nawazish in Oakville. Let's go.
Hey Irfan, thank you for coming.
No problem, man. आप बुलाए हम ना, ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता.
और आपकी नवाजिश.
Thank you very much.
Please.
Thank you. Azeem साहब, Asim साहब, thank you very much. शुक्रिया, or should I say, नवाजिश आपकी for giving us the time and talking to us and our audience on our YouTube channel Into Spices.
I will say Nawazish aapki. You give us an opportunity to present ourselves to you and to the people through your medium to say who we are and what are we doing here.
Amazing. बड़ा ही खूबसूरत सा लफ्ज़ है नवाजिश उर्दू ज़बान में, right? For people like me who probably skipped that day in school जब इस लफ्ज़ के बारे में बताया जा रहा था, or for people who are not familiar with the meaning of this word, what does Nawazish mean and what does it mean to you?
So basically, when we were planning to open up our restaurants, we checked out so many different names, and it came out like very positive Nawazish, because if you can see the literal meaning, it's a kindness and courtesy. So basically, if you are in a service industry and especially in a hospitality business, so this can really resonate with that. So that's why we came up with this idea to call this Nawazish. So, and what we are looking at, like once we serve the food, so the way we are presenting, so people can, feel that. So that's why we came up with this idea.
Perfect. एक से बढ़ के एक dishes हैं यहाँ पे आपके पास. You've got the Shinwari कढ़ाई. You've got the Bong Paya. Right? हर dish अपनी complications हैं उसकी, अपने मसाले हैं, अपना meat है. Right? So, whose idea was it to feature all these amazing items on the menu?
So basically, this is Azeem's idea, because he'll let you know.
Food is a very important thing in my life. I'm a big critic of food, and I am the biggest critic of my food. What I'm eating, even if it is cooked by me or someone at home. So I'm a big critic. And the idea behind all the menu items we have, these are some things which I was missing for a long time here in Canada. Let's say kunna, mutton kunna.
Right.
Oh, that is one of my favorite dish. And for every dish, every authentic dish has, two steps to present it as an authentic dish. One is the way it is cooking.
Sahih.
And the second step is obviously the ingredients. I focused on ingredients. I focused on the way it's cooking, because that is something I was missing. So I bring those things in. Let's say mutton kunna.
Right.
Anyone can cook mutton kunna at home on a normal pot, on a normal pan. But the real mutton kunna cooked in, the clay matka.
Right.
Yeah, there are some kind of matkas available here in Canada, but not the proper kunna matka. So I imported that proper kunna matka from Pakistan, and we are cooking in that matka and it is bringing the same taste as in Pakistan. On the same side, like, as you mentioned, Shinwari kadai, there are two kinds of kadais. One is Canadian kind of kadai,
Right.
which has, tomato puree and tomato paste
Right.
from the tins,
Right.
and people make it kadai with that. That's not
That's
kadai.
not kadai.
The real kadai is, the authentic Pakistani kadai, Shinwari kind of kadai, which doesn't have too much gravy, but basic ingredients. We use, real tomatoes, real ingredients, and real way of cooking it. And we making real Shinwari kadai. Yeah, some of my customers complain about it has less gravy because we are not using, as I mentioned,
The Canadian version.
Canadian version of kadai with tin tomato puree or tomato paste. We're using real tomatoes, real ingredients, and cooking in the same way with the same ingredients, and we're bringing the same taste on the table of our customers like they experienced it in the back home. And my success is that I'm getting the comments from my customers. Oh, sir, I tasted kunna after 20 years since we left Pakistan. So this is my successes.
Amazing. इन्होंने भी touch किया तो भाई you have the authentic style Chinioti Mutton Kunna.
Yeah.
एक और चीज़ यहाँ पे आपके पास है Karachi style Kata Tak.
Kata, yeah.
How's the response been to these dishes?
So basically, like from the beginning, like we were planning like what should have in the menu, right? So we are figuring out like those kind of things which you cannot find anywhere in GTA, especially
Right.
GTA and North America. So once we started that, and the response we have got, like it's so overwhelming. Like people are loving it because they cannot find Kata Tak over here anywhere in GTA or like even in North America and even the kunna, because you can find paya and nihari every corner, right? But these kind of stuff you cannot find everywhere. So we found a gap and we started doing that, and alhamdulillah, like people are loving it. Like some of the people, seriously customer, we know by their names and face. They are coming almost like every single week, like just to taste it out, our kunna and the Kata Tak.
Question आपसे Kata Tak और Taka Tak. Taka Tak कहाँ से आया?
Sir, it's the same thing as, biryani and pulao controversy.
Yeah.
It's going on. So
Basically
that's
the same thing.
That's the only difference. The difference of Karachi and Lahore.
But the ingredients and spices are the same, right?
They are exactly the same, yes.
Right.
So there, because the sound, Lahore people think like it's Taka Tak, but like Karachi people are like Kata Tak. So basically the sound, the way you cook it.
Or I can say pronunciation.
Pronunciation, yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. So एक अरसा हो गया Kata Tak की आवाज़ सुने हुए, right? Can we see some of the magic happening?
Yeah, sure,
Yeah?
sure.
चाय खत्म करते हैं.
जी, जी.
Then we'll accompany you in the kitchen.
Yeah, sure.
Definitely.
Right? Hey Azeem bhai, what's going on?
It's Kata Tak, the Taka Tak versus Kata Tak.
एक अरसा हो गया ये आवाज़ सुने हुए. ये भी अब different style में बना रहे हैं. Like it's not on the जो
तवा
जो होता है हमारा.
नॉर्मली ये तवा पे बनता है, लेकिन अब वो वैसा सेटअप कर नहीं सकते ना यहाँ पर.
right. ओए होए, ये है basically वो मटन कुन्ना जो famous आप कह रहे थे.
जी.
तो ये है वो special imported कुन्ना.
It's not only the meat.
Nice.
Another, authentic thing with the kunna is it has some payas in it also.
जबरदस्त.
ये देखे जी, ये गया पाया.
Zoom कर रहे हैं अजीम भाई आप जिस तरह से आप निकाल रहे हैं आहिस्ता आहिस्ता. Looks so good.
Here, see the consistency of the gravy and the color and the spices.
Wow. Looks really nice.
Try this fresh kebab from Nawazish.
Nothing like trying out fresh kebabs, fresh from the grill. Malai boti kebab, Nawazish, Shahid Saab ki Nawazish. Let's try.
How's that? Oh, mashallah. Sahte Rafia.
Excellent. Fresh garma garam puriyan. Asim bhai, you've recently started breakfast as well,
Yes,
right?
we recently started from like last 2 months. We started that the whole complete menu of the Desi
nashta.
breakfast,
Okay.
which consists of like halwa puri,
Right.
bong paya, nihari, chana masala, and naan.
So, एक तो होता है पाया आपका, right? Then you've got bong paya.
Yeah.
What's the difference for people who don't know about it?
Bong Paya, it is specific to, Lahori style.
Right.
In Lahore, people like Bong Paya because most of the people like, the meat with the paya. And I like that too. Even in Karachi, people like in that way. So we bring that idea. I get it, from Lahore. I have been to Lahore so many times and people liking it. So it's not just a paya. We put some, the beef shank in it, which called bong, to make it more flavorful, more delight to the customers. So that's the difference. It has meat with the paya.
Perfect. Viewers, खाना आ चुका है हमारा. We got the halwa puri. We got some appetizers जो आसिम भाई ने भेजे हैं to try out because they are very proud of the appetizers here. And I'm just waiting for my bong paya. Oh, नाम लेते ही bong paya हाजिर. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you. So like I was saying, we got a halwa puri over here, aaloo ka salan, halwa, Karachi style ka channa, seekh kabab, Malai chicken boti, sesame naan, and beef bong paya. And you know what I'm going to be going for first. Starting off with Desi restaurant pe hain, the Desi breakfast, halwa puri. Zabardast qisam ki puri, nice, soft, fresh. Trying it out with the potato salan first, the aaloo ka salan. Let's try. First bite, aaloo ka salan, Nawazish. Bismillah. बहुत ही अच्छी तरीके से बने हुआ आलू का सालन है. Not too spicy, जिस तरह से हमारा कराची स्टाइल होता है, where the आलू का सालन takes a back seat usually, and चने थोड़े से spicy होते हैं. I'm expecting the same from Channa over here, so let's try. इन चनों की रंगत ने ही अपना तारुफ दे दिया था कि these are straight from Karachi, बहुत ही चटपटे मज़े के चने हैं. And like I was saying earlier, usually in the breakfast combo, the channa is a bit spicy and the aloo ka salan थोड़ा सा mild होता है. वही चीज़ें यहाँ पे हैं. Let's try the halwa. So far, so good. I'm loving it. It's not too sweet. Usually restaurants, when they don't know how to make a good halwa, they put a lot of sugar in it to mask the taste. But this one, cooked to perfection. Perfect level of sweetness. और जब भी हलवा पूरी सामने हो, I've just gotten spoiled by making this next level bite. जिसमें थोड़ा सा आलू होता है, थोड़े से चने होते हैं, थोड़ा सा हलवा होता है. It becomes a cocktail of flavors. हल्का फुल्का spicy, थोड़ा सा तेज spicy and sweet. Next level bite, नवाजिश का. Next classic breakfast item हम देसियों के लिए is the paya. But यहाँ पे आसिम भाई, अजीम भाई की नवाजिश है that they've added the bong meat as well in the paya. Just look at this, man. ज़बरदस्त सा piece of meat, थोड़ा सा पाई के सालन and the paya. और ये देखें, this my friends is the money shot when the gouda comes out of it. अब बना माहौल, अब आएगा मज़ा. I'm already salivating. ये होता है असली पाए का texture. As soon as you touch a little bit of it, your fingers need to start getting sticky. First bite, bong paya. बहुत ही smooth, not too spicy at all. जिस तरह से एक classic पाए की dish होनी चाहिए. Because that's the difference between nihari and paya, right? Nihari थोड़ी सी spice level high होता है उसमें, paya में spices कम होते हैं. The ingredients basically talk and अपना तारुफ देते हैं, which is what's happening over here. Very nicely cooked piece of meat. Bong paya में जब तक bong का गोश्त ना हो, जिसे shank meat भी कहते हैं, तब तक उसमें वो एक thickness, एक consistency नहीं आती. They've done an excellent job in staying true to the authentic taste, zaika and zauq of bong paya. And again, it's one of those things, right? Some dishes require special cuts of meat. if you don't put the bong meat in Bong Paya, you won't get this consistency. If you want to replicate a classic, stay true to its original recipe. Azeem knows what he's doing. Next, थोड़ा सा इनका beef seekh kebab try करते हैं. And the chicken Malai boti. थोड़ा सा lemon डालते हैं इसके ऊपर. To be honest, I came here to try out the breakfast items and the Chinioti Mutton Kunna and the Karachi style Kata Tak. Asim said, Irfan, you need to try out our barbecue items. So let's try out the barbecue items at Nawazish. Beautiful. अंदर में मसाले डाले हुए इन्होंने. I can actually taste the कुटा हुआ साबुत धनिया, the chili flakes in it, और हस्बे मामूल जो हमारे मसाले होते हैं in cooking this har dil aziz beef seekh kebabs. एक और बाइट लेते हैं with the chutneys. इमली की चटनी, पुदीने की चटनी. I prefer the imli. Next up, chicken malai boti. Usually malai boti में जो मलाई का टेक्सचर होता है, जो क्रीम का टेक्सचर होता है, वो कबाब के ऊपर जो बोटी होती है चिकन की, उसके ऊपर हावी हो जाता है. But this has been marinated to perfection. अंदर तक मसाले गए हुए हैं इन द बोटी. ऊपर तो आपको जो है कोटिंग मिल रही है मलाई के टेक्सचर की, बारबेक्यू फ्लेवर आ रहा है. But when that outer layering is gone, what you're left with is a nicely cooked piece of chicken and leaves that aftertaste of the masale and the spices on your tongue. Excellent level of spices that we Karachiites just can't get enough of. Good stuff. Excellent breakfast items at Nawazish. On to the main dishes now. See you in a bit. Welcome back after the short break. Karachi style Kata Tak सामने हो. I can't wait to try it out. The beauty of this dish, जिस कढ़ाई में ही बना रहे थे, उसी कढ़ाई में सर्व कर रहे हैं. Let's try Karachi style Kata Tak. Kata Tak basically is what this dish is called in Karachi. हमारे लाहौरी भाई इसको टका टक भी कहते हैं. And it's basically attributed to the sound that the spatula makes on the कढ़ाई या तवा जिसे कहते हैं, जिस पे बना रहे होते हैं और आवाज़ आ रही होती है कड़ाकट कड़ाकट कड़ाकट. उसकी आवाज़ की वजह से इस डिश का नाम पड़ गया कड़ाकट और टका टक as it's known in Lahore. Let's try the kadakat at Nawazish. It's missing something. You know what it's missing? Lemon. अच्छी तरीके से थोड़ा सा नींबू निचोड़ें इसके ऊपर and savor the flavors of Kata Tak, Karachi style at Nawazish. काफ़ी सालों बाद हुसैनाबाद में एक रेस्टोरेंट था. It was called Bolan Restaurant. I'm not sure. I think it was called Bolan Restaurant in Husainabad. उसके Kata Tak की याद आ गई because that was the last time I had Kata Tak when I was back in Pakistan. जब ऑर्गन मीट्स यानी जिसमें किडनी, हार्ट भेजा होता है आपका, वो सारे मिक्स करके मसालों के साथ, चिलीज़ के साथ जब Kata Tak किए जाते हैं और मिक्स किए जाते हैं, all those flavors fuse together, एक अलग ही लेवल का फ्लेवर प्रोफाइल बन जाता है. This one, good stuff. बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त टेस्ट है Kata Tak का. And my friends, this is an acquired taste. If you have grown on the streets of Karachi, if you're from Karachi, Lahore, Kata Tak, Taka Tak, used to the taste, you're going to enjoy this because the flavors are true to the origins. बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त है. नवाजिश पे है Kata Tak, nice dish. नेक्स्ट चलते हैं मटन रोस्ट की तरफ. नाइस क्रिस्पी रोस्टेड मटन. ओए होए होए, चेक करें यार. क्रिस्पी ऑन द आउटसाइड एंड अंदर में रेशम की तरह मुलायम गुलाबी बोटी. लेट्स ट्राई. बहुत ही सटल मसाले, बहुत ही मासूमाना सा टेक्सचर. एंड इफ़ यू लव मटन, you're going to love this silky, tender, juicy mutton roast at Nawazish. ये चाट मसाला. तो उसे लेमन डालते हैं. Take a little bit of green chilies, ginger julienne, green chilies, lemon, mutton roast, Nawazish. Good stuff. Chenab ke kinare pe, there's a small city called Chinioti that is really famous for Chinioti style furniture and its wood carvings. Nawazish pe hain, furniture to lene se rahe, but they have one of the best Chinioti style mutton kunnas in the GTA. ये check करें यार आप. Beautiful. हड्डी अलग, boti अलग, हाथ लगाते. This shows this has been cooked to that perfect temperature which is required for a classic mutton kunna dish. और kunna basically उस dish को कहते हैं, उस मट्टी के बर्तन को कहते हैं जिसमें dish बनाई जाती है. And we were talking to the owners over here. Azeem bhai told us that you can't find kunnas in this part of the world, right? So they actually flew in a kunna, first class, all the way from Pakistan. Wow. Zabardasti. Narmo mulayam. Masumana si gulabi boti. Thick gravy consistency. Boti haath lagate hi resha resha ho rahi hai. First bite, mutton kunna, Chinioti style at Nawazish in Oakville. Very mild level of spices. इसका जो texture है, इसकी जो खुशबू आ रही है, जो aroma है, चीख चीख के कह रहे हैं कि भाई ये जो है authentic कुन्ने में जो मट्टी का होता है उसमें बनाई गई है, because the flavors of this are giving that taste that it has been cooked in a मट्टी का बर्तन. मट्टी के बर्तन में कुक होने वाले जो डिशेस होती हैं they always on the next level. एक अलग ही टेस्ट, एक अलग ही जायका होता है उनका. And this one has all the signature profile of a classic cooked in a clay pot. Good stuff. Next level. Very nice. This is very nice. I just can't stop eating it. And you guys know, when I go for bite number 3, उसका मतलब एक ही चीज़ होती है. This one is a G triple OD dish of the day. हल्का फुल्का spicy, थोड़ा सा तेज spicy and sweet. Oops. Usually मैं खाता रहता हूँ. मेरा cameraman, camera woman कह लें, she doesn't eat much. This bite for my camera woman. All right, G. On to the Degi chicken biryani. Karachi style की Degi chicken biryani. Degi इसलिए because it's been cooked in a big deg numa cheese utensil, deg, degi, whatever you want to call it. Let's try the Karachi style zabardasti aromatic chicken biryani. And my friends, जब तक biryani में ये crucial ingredient ना हो, it's not called the biryani. मसाले वाला Aaloo chicken biryani, Nawazish. Let's try. Next level. Very spicy. The kind of spices that we Karachiites are used to. Student biryani या जो भी आपकी famous biryani वाले हैं कराची में, उसकी याद आ जाएगी आपको ये खा के. Getting the flavors of long elaichi, badi elaichi, black peppers, khade masale. It's like a flavor explosion in my mouth right now. Khil khilate hue chawal, perfectly cooked, bharpoor masale. You know what is missing? Hands. अच्छा सा एक बाइट बनाते हैं, थोड़ा सा आलू लेते हैं, चिकन लेते हैं और ऐसे मसाले वाले चावल. Mix everything together. Make sure that it's the perfect niwala. Yadagi into spices ka next level bite. You're going to love this biryani. Sister-in-law, you need to come over here. Aap bolti rehti ho. You used to eat at student biryani. Try this one out. I'm sure you'll love it. And again, guys, it's not because I've been invited over here. The flavors really speak and are testament to the quality and the expertise of the chefs over here. Excellent food that we tried out over here. Har dish, lajawab hai. But for me, I know their signature item is the mutton kunna, which again is really nice, right? But this chicken biryani, something alag hai. थोड़ा सा रायता डालते हैं इसके ऊपर, वरना तो रायता बुरा मान जाएगा. तो भाई मेरा क्या कसूर है? सब चीज़ें ट्राई कर ली, मुझे क्यों नहीं ट्राई किया? So, रायता. यूजली सेकंड निवाले का साइज़ दो चीज़ें बताता है. एक, आपको भूख कितनी लगी है. सेकंड, जो डिश आप खा रहे हैं उसका टेस्ट, जायका एंड ज़ौक़ कैसा है. निवाले का साइज़ देख के तो आप समझ ही गए होंगे कि माशाल्लाह इस डिश का टेस्ट, जायका एंड ज़ौक़ हर चीज़ नेक्स्ट लेवल है. Let's go and meet Asim bhai and Azeem bhai and talk to them about the taste, zaika and zauq of Nawazish.
So basically, we were talking
Sorry,
about...
everyone, I was busy in the kitchen. How was the food?
It was great. I bet it if you have got 2 minutes, if you time. Sure. Again, I just wanted to thank both of you. You guys, mashallah, are doing a great job. काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें हमने यहाँ पे आज ट्राई की. And hats off to you. वही जो authentic flavors हैं that we used to of back home, Pakistan style. हर चीज़ माशाल्लाह, the taste, जायका, ज़ौक़ खुद ही बोलता है.
You're very welcome, and we keep looking after when you come back, and we give you some new stuff to try.
Amazing. So what's the plan next for Nawazish?
So basically, we just started like the catering and stuff. So mashallah, alhamdulillah, we do have orders for catering, and we have some bookings for the parties because we have a capacity of around 70 people here.
Yeah.
And inshallah, in the summer, we'll open up our patio as well. So altogether, like 100 people sitting. So this is our plan, and we came up with some new dishes, which you are going to see in the future very soon.
जब तक आप लोगों की नवाजिश है, नवाजिश पे, I'm sure it's going to be a happening place.
Nawazish for my customers. As long as I'm having support from my customers, inshallah we'll keep growing. Okay.
Any message that you would like to give to our viewers?
Whoever like looking for authentic Pakistani taste and the things which they are missing from the long time, so do try us, and inshallah उनको बहुत पसंद आएगा हमारा खाना. जो चीज़ें स्पेशली जो हमारी स्टार आइटम्स हैं, जैसे लाइक हमने बहुत डिस्कस किया कुन्ना या कटा काट या हमारी बिरयानी. सो प्लीज़ डू कम एंड गिव इट अ ट्राई एंड यू विल सी द रिजल्ट्स इंशाल्लाह.
And inshallah I'm coming back for the Shidwari कढ़ाई क्योंकि काफ़ी आपने बोला है उसके बारे में. I'm really keen to try it out next time inshallah.
You're most welcome.
So thank you very much.
Thank
for
you
your
so
time.
much for coming.
Thanks for your
Perfect.
time.
Thank
Thank you very much.
you.
Appreciate it. Thank
Thank
you. So viewers, come check out the taste, zaika and zauq of
Nawazish.
व्यूअर्स, अगर ये एपिसोड आपको पसंद आया वीडियो को लाइक करें, फ्रेंड्स के साथ, फैमिली के साथ, स्पेशली जो चिनियोटी मटन कुन्ना के लवर्स हैं उनके साथ ज़रूर शेयर कीजिएगा. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट एपिसोड में. अंटिल नेक्स्ट टाइम, स्टे सेफ, स्टे हेल्दी, टेक केयर. अल्लाह निगहबान. अच्छी है मज़ा नहीं माशाल्लाह. खाना इज़ गुड. खाना इज़ गुड. इट्स आई वुड से 1,000,000 times better.